Welcome back to another episode of And the Geek Shall Inherit the Podcast. I am your boy Dwayne Adams, aka Scoop Dog. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like and subscribe button, it would be greatly appreciated. Alien Earth Episode 4 is a masterclass in manipulation. We have Morrow strategically manipulating poor Slightly. And I know it's easy to say, well, they're children. Of course, it doesn't take much to manipulate a child when you're an adult. But it's the way that he does it, because the child is holding strong to this loyalty that he has for his friends and everyone at Prodigy. While Morrow then breaks him down by exchanging his full name, letting him know that he's Ghanaian, and then asking Slightly for his real name, a name that Slightly's not allowed to use. And then he finally comes out and says, "My name is Arush." And Morrow asks Arush who? Slightly says, "Arush Singh." And then he uses comedy to totally break the barrier of Slightly by saying, "Arush who," with as a play on the last name Singh. Once the boy laughs, Morrow, you see the look on his face. He knows that he has infiltrated Prodigy. He knows this for sure. And then by getting the name, he finds out that his mom is still alive, and then goes to pay the mom a visit and uses that as leverage. Because once Slightly gets cold feet and doesn't want to help Morrow, which his plan is to use Slightly to retrieve one of the facehugger eggs, he knows that he needs to step it up a level and uses the mom. He lets, first of all, how heartbreaking was it to see Slightly realize that his mother's still alive and vice versa. And she can't hear him, but he can hear her. And she just lets him know that they always speak about him. They love him. His brothers love him. And now he is compelled to do whatever it takes to get the egg for Morrow. And Morrow switches the plan from stealing the egg to finding a human, because the facehuggers will not hatch and attack the synthetics. Find a human and then bring him to the egg and let the egg do the work. Hide the body, and then he will come to collect the body. Beautiful plan. Then we have Boy Cavalier, who now plays on Wendy's need for her brother and vice versa. So after healing Hermit, when he was stabbed through the lung by one of the xenomorphs that Wendy killed, they replaced his lung. So now they have that leverage over him because the lung was not for free, and they have his sister. So the deal is basically this. Boy Cavalier wants everyone to know that it's his world and we all are just visitors in it. So in order to get Wendy to progress her translation and communication with the xenomorph, that is the ringing that she's been hearing the last 3 episodes, she knows how to communicate with it. She's able to emulate the sound that the xenomorph makes. So Dame Sylvia and the other scientists, they do not want to keep pushing this, but he does. Boy Cavalier does. So in order to make Wendy do this, he promises her, "You do this for me, and your brother can stay." And then separately, he has his henchmen tell Hermit, the brother, that you either work for us or we put you on a bus, a shuttle, you leave the island, you no longer have contact with your sister, and we start billing you for that new lung that you have. Or you stay here and you work it off and help us help Wendy. And also bringing him to the realization that his sister's consciousness was definitely transferred into the synth body. It's just a question of, is it still his sister? Is she really in there? And that alone breaks him down and makes him give in immediately, because once he knows that it's not her body, but at least it's like the soul of his sister in the synthetic body, he's all in. He doesn't want to lose her again. So at the end of the episode, we get one of the best moments with Wendy communicating with the xenomorph egg. She's in front of it. It's behind a protective glass. She starts doing the sound effect that it makes, the ringing noise, which she described as insect legs, like grasshoppers rubbing together. And the egg spews out like this blood orange type cloud, and then the glass shatters and out comes like a snake version of the xenomorph, and it's afraid and it's about to attack, and she starts to communicate with it. And once she does that, she tames the xenomorph, and it's not afraid of her and she's not afraid of it. Meanwhile, the entire time, Kirsch is behind a glass door watching everything. Kirsch is the all-seeing eye in this episode, because not only was he watching Wendy and the xenomorph, he's also monitoring Slightly and moral. This episode was really good. This is the best episode so far. They really stepped it up. Things are kicking into high gear. If you've seen the episode, let me know what you think. Drop your comments below. Don't forget to like and share, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.